down in the basement under his barber shop on North Street. So he was doing both at the time.
Yeah, without a doubt. And so that's where I met my man Tim. We connected. We've been friends ever since. We've been a supporter of Omaha Fight Club. I can't remember the first one when I came. I probably was there when he first started. When he first started, we really kicked it off. And so now he's at 132. 132.
And he's still fighting. He just had a fight
in North Dakota.
North Dakota against a UFC vet.
Because nobody would fight the dude.
Yeah, nobody would fight him. So they got a hold of us. And Tim's like, I'll do it.
Okay. All right, see?
45 years old. He crazy.
Without a doubt, man. Omaha, the birth of, we got almost everything set up. You know, y'all don't need to see me. All right, Omaha. Cut this music off. All right, the Burbs, the Bluffs, the O. Man, we coming back at y'all. It's gonna be a full weekend, Septemberfest. Y'all been laboring, y'all been working, but Friday night you can relax and release it. Septemberfest opens up at around 5 o'clock the doors, but at 6:30 it's going down Omaha Fight Club. They have 16 amateur and professional fights. To my right is the headliner. All year without a doubt is the headliner. And so we're going to get to know him. My man, Dave, he's the announcer. Then my young man, he's with the Bryan High. So we know we're going to support him without a doubt.
Go Bunnies.
And so Omaha, you know how these stars are. You got their own nouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositional phrases, all yes and predicates to introduce themselves. I'm going to let the champ speak first. No, actually, we're going to let maturity speak first.
Oh, shit. I must be going last. No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to let my man, since he is the MC of the night, you know how he know how to handle a mic. So how you doing, big brother?
Man, I'm doing good. It's good to see you again. Always a pleasure being on here. Appreciate you, all the support from 95.7 The Boss. Just always good to us. My name is David the Worm Birkholtz, if you don't know me, but you probably do. And if you don't, you should, and now you do. Right. Anyways, I've done it all in MMA, fought, promoter, announcer now. About every weekend I'm doing a judge, timekeeper, referee. But my favorite is announcing, and you'll see why if you come out Friday night. I'm very humble, but I'm very good at what I do. Very entertaining. I add on to, but it's already a good show from these fighters. The thing about our show is these guys haven't made it yet, and they're hungry to make it.
Right.
And so when you're hungry to make it, you're gonna see blood and knockouts and action.
Right.
And it's just a good time, man. And I mean these fighters work hard for this one night. So please come out and support them. They deserve it, and I guarantee you don't always know who, but we got some guys that are going to be performing Friday night that in the next couple of years you'll see them in the big show, and you'll see them on TV and doing their thing, and come see them now when they're raw.
Without a doubt. We got a lot of fighters from Omaha that came through the Omaha Fight Club that's fighting in the UFC right now. Yeah. And like I said, this is a prelude to these future stars, because they are stars. And anytime you are brave enough to go in an octagon and model to model, that's bravery in reality, for real. Because,
win or lose, I got respect for all of them. I know what it takes to get in there, and you got all these what I call sideline fighters. Every show, and they're usually drunk, and they're like, sign me up.
I can do it.
Right. I can do it. Yeah. All right, I'll sign you up. And then when they sober up, they change their mind. Right. But my point is this, if we're being totally honest, there are some people that get in there and they're not they're not that good. They end up not being that good. But to me, they're good because they at least got in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, the sideline stars, they're out there running their mouth, never get in there. Get in there.
It's real easy outside the cage.
Yeah.
It is because I've wrestled before, and wrestling is one model to model.
It is.
You know what I mean? And so I wrestled one year. I didn't get a chance to wrestle in the meet because I had 2 wrestlers that was better than me. So I was the practice wrestler.
Yeah. We need you too.
They practice on me. But I tried hard every workout to be that found to compete. So I had them ready because I wanted to compete during that match, but I wasn't good enough.
And that's actually a big part of it because if you got the people behind you pushing you, it's going to make you push harder to get better so they don't take your spot. Matter of fact, some of the heroes you never see because we got people in our gym that are never going to compete or haven't competed, but they're a big part of our fighters' success. Like I want to give a shout out to Erica Long. She is in there with the guys working her butt off, making them better. Let me tell you, when we spar, she be whooping some of these guys.
She needs to fight.
Yeah, she does need to fight. But my point is,
she won't, but she needs to.
You don't see her in the cage at the show, but she's a big part of a lot of these guys' success.
Because like you said, because everybody's not gonna be a star, y'all.
No,
everybody's not gonna be number 1, and everybody's not gonna be number 10. You might be that number 20th guy that's there to get that number 1 guy. Because even you look at other sports like Tour de France, it's a teamwork. Everybody's working for that number 1 rider. Even though we all can get up there and ride, no, you're the number 1 rider. We're gonna work as a team, so we can push you forward. And so for those that aren't really on that level, I mean, you're so important. Like my man David said that because you prepare those number 1 guys.
Oh yeah.
For that time to shine.
It's always been a long debate since I can remember that wrestling is or is not a team sport, and I always take the side that it is. And one example, it happens to Dante Lewis. He actually he went to Benson and Bryan.
Okay.
And when he came to Benson, I'm just being real, he wasn't that good. And my cousin and my uncle happened to be there at the time.
Right.
And they pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. And I remember when he first started, he wasn't that good, and they would push him until he's bleeding. And 2 years later, he's a state champion.
Right.
Then he left us and went to Bryan, but we won't talk about that. But my point is, had he been on another team and didn't have them pushing him, he wouldn't have been as good. So in that aspect, it is a team sport.
Yeah, it is.
Now, once you get on the mat, once you get in the cage, it's a different animal.
Right.
Now it's mano-y-mano, and it's like unlike any other sport because wrestling, MMA, you're moving every bone, every body, every muscle. You don't get, in football, you got offense, defense. You get a break.
Right.
You get breaks in between plays. You don't get breaks in between plays. You get, in between rounds a little bit, but during the match, you don't get timeouts. I actually was refereeing a match one time, and dude called a timeout. And his opponent's like, he called a time. I'm like, get him. Like, there ain't no timeouts in MMA. If anyone's fighting tonight, there's no timeouts. There's tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah, there's one player.
Go ahead, introduce yourself first.
Oh, I'm Anthony, aka Kellen. I got like 50 fights. I used to be the Omaha Fight Club champion back when I was an amateur. And jumped into the pro, went around the country, fought some tough dudes. And, the funny thing is my record fell down, and it got to the point where people were like, well, your record's so bad, like, you must not be that good. I'm like, look, guys, I can beat up 99% of the world's population.
Right.
I just fight the 1% of us that are professional fighters.
Right.
Like, don't think you can whoop me just because the record says that you think you can.
Right.
Like, I promise you, the 1 in 15 team in the NFL will still whoop your high school team.
Yeah, without doubt.
That's the thing about Kellen is he don't have the best pro record, but he does got one of the best resumes. Last fight was against Sean.
No, that was 3 fights ago.
All right, so 3 fights ago, Sean Wilson, big star around here. And even Sean was surprised. Sean, because of his record.
I won that fight.
It was a controversial decision.
They called it a draw. He knew I won. His corner knew I won. The crowd knew I won. I knew I won. Watch me celebrate after that fight and watch him sit down.
But
we know how that went.
So here's my point.
Rematch, baby.
Oh yeah. But Sean, I got a lot of respect for Sean. Good fighter.
Right.
And it could have went either way. And that's my point. Is Anthony Kellen was right there. So
right.
I think I motivated him too. After that fight, I mean, he went on to bare knuckle and is murdering dudes in bare knuckle.
He's a beast. So, but again, we got it all. We got beginners, that are going to step in there for the first time or second time. We got one right here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, name's Aweys Salat. I fight at 135 bantamweight.
Okay.
This is going to be my second fight.
Second fight?
Yeah.
So, is there your mindset, any big difference going into the second one?
After the last guy I fought, I think he's like number 5 right now. And I feel like that match could have went anyway. If I would have just had better conditioning, the match would have went a lot different. But going into my second fight, I'm more confident. My conditioning's better.
Okay.
I'm confident in my skills, better on my takedowns. My wrestling feels a lot better, and I learned something very important yesterday.
I can confirm I had to teach him something very important.
I wouldn't give it away.
We ain't telling nobody.
Yeah.
I promise it. I was like, you've been doing this for a year, and this is the way it's going? Yeah? No.
Yeah, we'll keep that a secret. That's my biggest weapon.
Well, see, and that's what it goes back to what David says. It's a team sport.
Mhm.
I mean, even though you in there by yourself, it takes a team to make sure that you're still elevating your game.
Not just that it's a team sport, but the reason why I asked you is there a different mindset, because usually, even in football, between your first and second game, you're gonna make the biggest improvements.
Nebraska better hope so.
I'm trying to be happy today, man.
Well, actually, shouts out to all the players, because the players played their butt off.
They did.
The coach, it was just one coach. Even the other coaches did their job.
Yeah.
It was one coach that wanted to get his shine on. And so, but y'all got your shine on Friday night. Forget the Huskers. OFC 132.
One rule about Fight Club. Always talk about Fight Club.
Tell everybody about Fight Club. Omaha Fight Club, Friday night. Again, the Septemberfest opens up at 5. As long as you have an Omaha Fight Club ticket, they will not charge you that gate admission. We open up at 6:30. We got a concert, 6:45, little hip hop concert. King Crime, he's representing, and then our fight started at 7:30.
We got a question. How much are the tickets?
General admission is $35.
$35 donation.
Front row seats, which is what you want, are $70 a piece.
$70 for front row.
If you get them today, they're only 65.
65.
They go up tomorrow, so there's 6 front row tables. Is that what you're saying?
No, front row seats.
Oh, my bad.
Front row seats. Now, if you want a table, you got a bunch of people, or you just want a seat at the table, those are $65 each. It's a table of 10, so $650 get you a whole table.
Whole table 10.
Sit around with your people, and
it's gonna be a good time, y'all.
And tomorrow the tickets are going up $5. So get them. Hit up your favorite fighter. Hit me up. I'm on Facebook, Anthony House.
Okay. And then well, where can they reach you? Where can they follow you? Just follow you as a fighter. Period.
Anthony House on Facebook is probably the best. I'm so old for this game, but I'm still so young. It's weird. I'm in that weird medium. I have 50 fights and I'm 31 years old.
Okay, so you're still young.
Still young and probably more experienced than young. I had 17 fights the first year.
Wow.
Which you can't even do now.
Right.
Like
now we only have 15 front rows left.
15?
Only 15. We only have 2 front row tables left. So again, those tables, it's $650 a table, which 10 people a table, so 65 a piece. Only 2 left. It's worth it. You can call Tim Baser at 402-714-9698. 402-714-9698. Again, we only have 15 front row left, and 2 tables. So if you want those, you better get on it.
Now they can go online and get tickets, correct?
Yep, you can go.
Is that Nitro?
I know Omaha Fight Club. No, that's the
That's the pay-per-view.
That's the pay-per-view.
Okay. Okay. So
he said you can go to OmahaFightClub.tv
For the tickets?
for the tickets also.
Yeah.
But so if you can't make it out to the show, we do got pay-per-view available at OmahaFightClub.tv as well.
And make sure you select Anthony as your fighter.
So there you go. Get him a little commission.
Yeah. And then also you can get tickets at the gate. You can get tickets at the gate. Septemberfest. And if you get your tickets early, you'll get free admission into the Septemberfest.
And it'll be $5 cheaper on top of that.
So
and $5 cheaper.
There's a couple more fights I want to plug in because I know we don't have a whole lot of time left. We got Tristan Obermiller and Aeneas Bugs Renfro.
You want to see that fight?
Do you want to see that fight?
Okay.
It's going to be a title fight. It's going to be a banger. I can't pick it. Aeneas, he's going for his 3rd Midwest title.
Okay.
And he's in all kinds of rankings. He's like number 1 in Nebraska, Iowa, 3 in the Midwest, and Obermiller's a beast as well.
I mean, I'm double biased here. I've been seeing. I mean, Tristan's dad has been posting him wrestling since he was 6 years old on Facebook. I've been watching him come up all the way, and I'm out here teaching Bugs, and Bugs is learning.
It's again, title fight. It's going to be a banger. I want to get a shout out to the Krebs brothers. So
showing up ready to fight.
There's 3 of them.
Okay.
I can remember one other time, the Reed brothers. They used to fight almost every show back in the day. But so this is the 2nd set I can remember. But these guys, they're a family of fighters.
Okay.
You know, we got Zach, Ryan, Sean. Now Sean's fight, he's fighting. This is going to be a rematch.
Okay.
And so just to give a little background, Sean ended up winning it. Troy has a lot more experience, and I was going to mention this earlier. Not always the best fighter wins. It's MMA. One move, one lucky punch.
If you guys watched the UFC last weekend, the UFC champion was up 3 rounds to 1 going into the 5th round. 40 seconds left in the fight. And here's where that team sport comes in. Mr. Leon Edwards was practicing in the back right before the fight. 1-2 head kick. And bam.
Knocks him out.
Unconscious goes the champion.
One of the biggest upsets ever. So anyway, so Troy and Sean, it's gonna be a rematch. And they even got further history than their last MMA fight. They actually wrestled against each other in high school.
Okay.
One of them was a bunny and one of them was a Viking. So you already know right there.
Yeah.
That's a little rivalry right there.
Heck
so that's going to be another banger. So come out and see these guys. So and we got a couple of other stars.
Slams.
Dre Crowley's making his MMA debut, and Isaiah Grant, he's making his OFC debut.
Okay.
So he's already a beast in the game, but he's gonna come represent for us this show. So we got a lot of fireworks happening.
And so we got all the weight classes from heavyweight all the way down.
I got them all.
What is it? I bet Aeneas isn't even cutting down to 125. I mean,
he's walking around right at 125.
Yeah.
Okay,
so like he could go lower if the need presented.
We got the little guys and we got the big boys.
Okay, cool.
So
come out 16 fights, correct?
16.
Now, of course, if you see the flyer, it only has 12, so they added more entertainment for you guys. But before we get out of here, now, young man, you said this is your 2nd fight.
Yeah.
Now, because this the veteran. How do you start out with wrestling, but how did you transition to MMA? Did you want to continue to compete at the school or what was it? Because it takes a special man to walk in that doggone octagon.
Honestly, for me, it was just a thing to keep me busy, to keep me out of trouble. And another thing is I feel like it's just fun. It's fun getting out there, getting dirty, man to man. I like sports where it's one-on-one. It's not, I like basketball or football. Nothing wrong with those sports, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Right.
I just like that one-on-one. Just me and another guy across the street.
Okay. What should we expect for you Friday night? What we gonna get from you, big brother?
Shoot, hopefully finish it in the first round so I can go and eat. Finish it in the first round so I can go and eat.
Okay.
But other than that, man, I'm excited. I'm ready. I feel like I'm more prepared than I was my last fight. So it's gonna be a fight.
What's your day like? Because when I know it's game day, when I play ball or run track, I was mentally sharp, I was physically sharp, and I was spiritually sharp. What's your preparation? What's your mindset on game day for you?
So for like today, I'm just waiting on weigh-ins. I'm excited for weigh-ins. Get weighed in, go have me a nice little dinner with my wife. And then tomorrow, just take a day off from work and just, get some rest in and relax and just prepare myself. Don't do too much because I feel like as a fighter, if I go out there and I just go run around town and do too much, I won't be prepared and I'll be tired by the time the fight comes up. But just prepare myself mentally and physically. Just relax, man.
Okay. Are you going through? I'm gonna ask a veteran in this. Are you going through the fight through your head before you even get to the arena? And I want you to ask that question also.
Yeah, me and him has been talking for 2 weeks. We have a game plan set up and everything. So hopefully we can execute it. If not, I mean, we have from plan B to Z. We have it all figured out.
Okay. Now he's a youngster. 2 fights.
Well, I tell everybody that, everybody's like, oh, so you went 3 rounds yesterday? You want to go another 3 today? And the answer is no. Plan A is I knock him out with the first punch.
Okay.
It's always plan A. Guess what? Not many fights end with plan A.
Right.
So we better have plan B, plan C. Right. I'm telling you, a lot of times plan Z doesn't work. We got to get to the next plan.
I try to tell people because everyone's like, we got to come up with a game plan for the fight. Game plans usually last about 2 seconds after that bell rings. Because you can say, I'm going to do this, but then your opponent does that. It's a human chess match is what it is.
Right.
And sometimes the untrained eye, they'll be like, oh, this is a boring fight. Well, to the untrained eye, it's a boring fight, but I know the human chess match. I know what they're doing with their hips and positioning and all that. So it's actually a beautiful, artistic sport that's happening before my eyes that they think is boring.
Also part of that team sport thing. I mean, there are things that you cannot see when you are standing across from the guy looking right at him that your corner can see. And I try to tell guys, like, sometimes that corner is going to save you. It could be in between rounds. It could be during the round, but it is a team sport, guys. And I promise it's a team sport because guess what? Ain't none of you making it to the UFC if nobody's rolling with you in practice.
Right.
That's right.
It's not happening.
Right.
That's right. So, first of all, I want to give a shout out to our gym, Evolve MMA, because there's a lot of other gyms, but as he was saying, a lot of people get into the sport to keep out of trouble. We've changed a lot. That's why shout out to Tim Baser, man responsible for all this. He found this sport. He was in 100 street fights. Then he found this sport, has not been in one since.
Right.
And so since it changed our lives, he decided to change other people's lives.
Yeah,
that's
right.
when he started this. So if you want to, even if you don't want to compete, if you just want to learn, get some frustration out, self-defense, look us up, Evolve MMA. Don't forget our after party at Omaha's Finest Tequila Garage.
Okay.
Immediately following Omaha's Finest Tequila Garage, OFC after party. Baby.
And we want to reinforce this because MMA is another sport that you can actually lose weight, get in shape.
Yeah.
Also, if you have a kid that's been bullied, it's an opportunity for those young men and young women to gain self-confidence and build their self-esteem.
That's right.
And so MMA is bigger than what you said than what you see.
It is.
Because behind the scenes it's a lot of preparation, but also it's a lot of teaching that's necessary for those that aren't number one fighters. But they might be the mothers or the children or the nephews. I still want to get involved. I still want to do it. just because I like it, but I don't want to compete. But I want to do it just because I want to stay in shape.
And
so we have that opportunity also because I'm old. I don't want to compete, but I still want to get in there and learn some stuff just in case.
And it's fun. It's fun.
It's important, guys. Like I don't like teaching your kids to swim has become not optional anymore.
Right.
You know, because eventually at some point you're going to be near water and it might cost your life if you don't know how to swim.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't know why learning self-defense isn't the same thing.
Right.
Eventually, at some point in your life, somebody's going to start a confrontation with you. I'm not saying to fight them. I'm saying knowing how to not get your butt whooped could save everybody's life.
Right.
If you know how to throw someone a rear naked choke real quick, pass them out and run down the street, you good.
Yeah, without doubt.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because necessary. Because man, I stopped a gentleman from raping a
Yeah.
woman.
Kudos to
You know
you.
what I mean? And I didn't have no weapon.
Yeah.
And so you need to have the ability to defend yourself
Right.
or others when it's necessary.
Exactly.
So I honestly think,
And again,
at this point, I do think that at some point jiu-jitsu should be mandatory in schools.
Yeah. And we do kids classes. We actually do
Okay.
anti-bullying classes. We teach them not to bully, not to get
Okay,
bullied
good,
through
good.
MMA. We're going to be starting those back up here soon. So you got any needs for any of that, again, contact Tim Baser, 402-714-9698. Get your tickets because they're about to sell out.
Might be easier to get the tickets from me at Anthony House at Facebook just because Tim's phone is blowing up right now, guys. The fights are tomorrow. Weigh-ins are tonight. You have no idea what promoters are going through.
Yeah, but
These last 2 days.
that's why I called him 2 days ago to get you guys in. Because when it gets closer to the fight, it's mad busy, so they can't get back with you at a time that they need because they got priorities. These fighters.
I got to get the cage set up. I got to make sure
Yeah.
everybody's got their medical work done. I got to
Yeah.
make sure the doctor is here. I got to make sure parking is good. I got to make sure everything's good with all the vendors. I mean, there's
So come out, support not just these fighters, but as you said, MMA, because MMA's bigger. The fights is what sells the tickets, but that's a really small part of it. It's the most entertaining part, but it's a small part of it.
these fighters aren't in it for the money. There's not enough money in it. Like if the UFC came, we'd have no problem selling out the CHI Health Center in a day.
Right.
Like if you know somebody and they're fighting, buy the tickets from them, guys. I mean, you'll pay $150 to go watch the UFC fights on dudes you've never seen in your life.
Right.
If your friend is fighting, go watch him fight.
Yeah, without a doubt. Here at 95.7 The Boss, we actually love our neighbors. That's why we got them in here. We brag off our neighbors. I know we got some of the best fighters in the world, and plus we got the pound for pound from our town, for real. Then the next night they got 12 fights of boxing. So Septemberfest is going to be off the chain starting tomorrow night, y'all. Doors open up at 6:30. Septemberfest, I think it'll open around 5, so you can come in. But as long as you got your fight ticket, you'll get into Septemberfest. Anything that we didn't discuss, David, that we need to get across?
I think we're good. We know what time they open. Again, Septemberfest gates 5:00, OFC 6:30, hip hop concert 6:45, and then the fights at 7:30, baby.
All right.
Knockouts and slams, man. They're coming.
I've been in Montana looking like a caveman, and I let them cut my hair right before I come. Like they messed it up.
Right.
She trimmed this.
Oh yeah.
So I got to go get this fixed. So I got to give a shout out to Maple Barbers, 156 in Maple, man.
Okay.
He cut up. Kobe D, hit him up.
All right. Omaha, the Birds of Bloods. Make sure you guys support this local event. When you support one event, you actually support the many vendors that's making this event happen. I'm gonna be looking good. I'm gonna be smelling good.
Yeah, man.
Clothes gang will be good.
Get you one of those OFC hoodies. They are nice.
Right. I'm gonna bring my nephews. I'm bring the kids. We're gonna fellowship. It's gonna be a family night, y'all. So let's make it a family night. It's safe, sanctioned. You got professional, amateur fighters, and then it's a great time just to mingle and be out on a beautiful night. It's gonna be a beautiful weekend this weekend.
Yeah, man. Get them OFC hoodies. Hematoma, another good brand out there.
Shout out to Albert Renshaw.
Yeah.
Always supporting the fighters.
Always supporting the fighters. So it's gonna be a good time, man. And don't forget, The real superstar, baby.
All right. You're going to be in the room, my man Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the
His
mic.
camera
I'm
time.
single as a Pringle, lady. So come buy me a beer. Yeah,
So,
man.
So, big brother, any shots out? Thank you want to recognize before we get out of here?
Man, I look, I've been fighting long enough that like people I have fought or that I was friends with through the fight community have passed on. Like, so, so shout out to like Jesse Baby Tank. I mean, I don't even know if you ever met Baby Tank up in the northern area. But then, Marquise Rochelle, I mean, I fought him in my second fight. And, like things happen, guys. You might die tomorrow. I know a lot of you guys think MMA is dangerous. It's not that dangerous in your life. You know what's dangerous in your life? Sitting on the couch eating Doritos and doing absolutely nothing in your life. All right.
Without doubt.
Come on out to some fights. Enjoy it. Have a good time. Thank you to everyone that bought tickets from me. That's where I get money.
I'll tell you what's dangerous, riding in the car with all these people texting and driving.
That's dangerous.
I want to give out one more shout out, man. So I've been in Montana, and it's hard to get into a house there, an apartment. It's really hard, and I love it so much. I'm starting a gym there and all that. I've been living out of my car for a month, man. I just finally got an apartment, but that's how much I love it. I knew if I just weathered the storm, but I couldn't have did it without my mama. My mama's kept me afloat. So I got to give a shout out to my mama.
Hell yeah.
She's kept me afloat, and now I'm about to start a gym there, and it's going to be all good.
So, congratulations.
And Tim's kept me afloat too. I couldn't do without Tim. So one more thing, again, come see the fights. We've had 130 plus shows. Tim has built MMA around here. We the one who started them out.
You Godfather.
Yeah, man.
MMA,
so big ups to him, and his woman too. See, his woman is behind the scenes, and she's running concessions, and I mean, I could go on and on. Her name's Danielle, and I got to give a shout out to Danielle because she and his mama does a lot too. And people, they're not in the spotlight, but they're the people in the trenches that don't get the credit. So I want to give a shout out to Mama Sandy and his girl Danielle. So.
Okay. All right. Any thank you shouts out, young man?
I'd like to get a shout out to my wife. Without her, I wouldn't be able to do this. And then shout out to my high school coach, Jason Shushinar. He taught me everything I know about wrestling. So, and then shout out to Tim Brazier for allowing me to fight for his gym. And just a cool man. He's an awesome dude. If any of you guys want to learn how to fight, man, come to Evolve MMA. Awesome place to be.
Without doubt, man. I'm glad that myself and Tim met many years ago. And man, we've been just like this in regards to making sure that what he does is successful. Great success for you guys Friday night. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in the building hollering. And I might run to the ring and snatch the mic from David.
I ain't mad at that. I do got one more shout out that's on my heart. Anthony Lionheart Smith. He's lived up to his nickname. Even when he fought John Jones, man, he could have took the easy way out. He could have had the belt. He could have had the belt, but he kept going. He kept going. He could have won by disqualification. And then in his last fight, he broke his leg, and he kept going. Right. And a lot of people would have tapped out, not even tried. He truly has the heart of a lion. Right. So I want to give a shout out to Anthony Smith.
And without a doubt, and he actually stopped a burglar also.
Oh yeah.
So he's actually a hero too, because he stopped a criminal from hurting someone else. And so we appreciate Brother Smith. Anytime you fight the best in the world, you are the best in the world.
Oh yeah. And I just got to give a shout out, not just to mine, but to all of the fighters' girlfriends, because if you don't know what they call a fighter without a girlfriend, it's called homeless, because there is no money in this. There's no joy in this. There's no way I can go to training and take my kids every single day. You can't survive in this life without a support system.
Right.
So,
well, yesterday we call it Winning Women Wednesday. We acknowledge the women in our lives, from our daughter to our great, because women go through a lot of abuses and they don't even tell their loved ones. Because if your woman tell y'all has a problem, y'all will be upset.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's right.
Talk to mess with your wife. Oh, I know you're gonna be upset. And so a lot of times women don't even tell us of the disrespect that other men or other women portray on them. So every Wednesday we acknowledge the women in our lives. And so obviously we appreciate the women that are behind and as well as in front, because they be taking money. They beige your wife be up front, at the front gate greeting people with love and thanking them for coming and supporting these fighters and stuff too. So no, we want to thank all the unsung heroes.
And don't forget the main event, Anthony Kellen versus.
Looks like the opponent switched again, so it looks like it'd be Jesse Ebrick. So much bigger, much stronger than me. It's not gonna matter, guys. I mean, I'll send King here the pictures and videos. He can show you how much I care about size.
Okay, heck it, without a doubt.
Don't forget the title fight, Tristan Obermiller and Aeneas Bugs Renfro.
Okay.
Bugs is right. He's right here from North Omaha.
Great.
Come support him.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs, please come out and support this wonderful event. Septemberfest has been a staple in our community, and now they're adding that local flavor to it by these guys. I mean, because they wasn't doing live fights. I have never seen live fights until you guys started it, bringing it to Septemberfest. And so, man, what excitement for fight fans.
And it's a little different feel. Like watching it on TV, you don't get the full effect.
You don't get to feel that cage when somebody slams someone. You don't get to feel the air come out of the crowd when somebody gets knocked
You're
out.
right there. And hey, sometimes you see a little blood fly right past you, man.
Right.
And we're safe, guys. Every fighter has to get checked. We get blood work done every year to make sure that blood is not dangerous for you guys.
Okay, without a doubt. And again, they have professionals in the building. Of course, they have medical staff on hand for that. And that's for everybody. Just y'all get too excited because you saw a knockout. We have medical personnel for you also. But it's going to be a wonderful environment. It's going to be outdoors, under a tent. It's going to be at nighttime. It's going to be beautiful. And if you have never been to a live MMA fight, you need to come. You need to experience it live in action. And 16 fights. Oh man, it's just going to be some knockouts. It's going to be some knockouts
and some blood.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about the UFC, but I got to tell you, I love fights where not everybody stepping into the cage is top tier professional fighter.
Right.
Like mistakes are going to happen, which make for some awesome fights, awesome things you just don't get to see in the UFC a lot of times.
Right.
So definitely come see this, guys.
OmahaFightClub.tv. Get your tickets, your pay-per-view, Tim Baser, 402-714-9698.
Omaha, the Birds, the Blessed. We want to thank these young men for taking the challenge to go motto to motto.
I want to thank 95.7 The Boss.
Appreciate
Always
that,
good.
Thank you so much for having us.
Hey, man, you know what? Back in the day, we used to go toe-to-toe. Oh, yeah, y'all don't go toe-to-toe no more. And so
put the tire, put your feet in it.
Let's go. Y'all don't toe-to-toe no more.
Yeah,
but I guarantee you, Friday night, they will be going toe-to-toe, elbow to elbow, without a doubt.
Foot to face.
Omaha, the Birds of Blessings. Love y'all today. Remember, today is Love Yourself Thursday. Oh, yeah, be intentional on loving yourself today. Wherever it is, taking a drive, smoking a cigar, hanging out with your loved ones, watching a movie, whatever it is that demonstrate that you love yourself, do it today. You know, I got grandkids. They in school, so when they get out of school, I'm going to grab them. I'm going to love them. I'm going to love them to death.
That's right,
you
baby.
know what I mean? So that's what I do to demonstrate that I love myself.
Yeah.
By demonstrating love to my grandchildren. Yeah. And so be purposeful today, y'all. No one can love you more than you. And when you start loving yourself, we can start loving others.
That's right.
All right. So all the love gonna be in the house, y'all. Even though they're gonna be throwing some fists, those men have respect for each other and they have love for each other because each of those men are women are training not only to win but also to have the greatest sportsmanship for their sport.
And I just want to throw this out there: have love and respect, even if you're rooting for a fighter and he gets
Yes.
beat, even if his opponent beats him, don't boo him. Don't boo him. You know what I mean? Have love and respect, because win or lose, that's what this sport's about. This sport ain't about the Conor McGregors that run their mouth for money, for commercialization of it. This is a true respect sport.
Right.
And on this level, they still have it. When they get done, 99% of the time, they give hugs.
Mhm.
And a lot of times they're like, hey, man, they link up and then they help each other.
Yeah. Save your booze for the refs and judges. We can take it.
Hey, save your cheers. Save your cheers for the announcer, baby.
All right. Omaha, the Birds and Plus. Have a wonderful day. Get your tickets. Oh, yeah. OmahaFightClub.tv, right?
.tv, baby.
Boss with
Anthony
us.
House on Facebook.
All right.
All right.
Brought to you by Creighton University Center for Promoting Health and Health Equity, COVID-19 Project, North Omaha COVID-19 Community Task Force, and Healthy Village Collaborative. For more information, please go to empoweromaha.com/HVC.
Get ready for an amazing evening with the international and legendary jazz guitarist Peter White at the Love 'em Jazz Festival. If you love jazz, you won't want to miss this incredible event. This iconic performance is free and will be held September 3rd at 4 p.m. in Turner Park, Omaha. Also on tap is Billboard's #1 flutist Reagan Whiteside and local favorites Chad Stoner and Ed Archibald. Lose yourself in sweet jazz. The 10th annual Love 'em Jazz Festival is sponsored by Douglas County, Sherwood, Mutual of Omaha Foundation, and the Omaha Chamber of Commerce.
By the way,
I don't know what your name is.
New music alert. What your name is by the I-75 Boys.
I don't even know what your name is. Shorty, tell me about how big my cane is. I wanna know how good the brain is. Grab your booty in the Uber like painless. I don't even know what your name is.
I know the game. Fizz, Bolton, and Papa Rock. Available on all platforms.
we popping bottles when we be dining on the hibachi.
Now enrolling. Safe Haven Early Childhood Preschool Education Academy. Early Childhood Preschool Program. Preparing children for kindergarten ages 3 to 5 years. And Kids Can Read After School Tutoring Program for struggling school-age readers and dyslexic children ages 5 to 12 years. Staff has over 30 years of experience. Certified dyslexia advocate, consultant, trainer, and tutor. Safe Haven Early Childhood Preschool Education Academy, established in 2000. Located at 2895 Benny Street, Omaha, Nebraska, is a Title X subsidy and private pay accepted. All day care, preschool hours, safe, loving, and caring environment, fun education activities, assessments, nutritious meals. 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Call for more information. 402-706-1358.
Does your body not feel the way it should? Are you startled by pain or loss of breath? Are there changes in your body that seem unusual? NOAA, North Omaha Area Health Clinic, provides free testing and screening for STDs, pregnancy, or stroke and high blood pressure, or even COVID-19. Make sure to be there for the important moments in life with a free screening from NOAA. Visit NOAHclinic.org or call 402-933-0737.
Labor Day weekend. Music at the mall. Saturday, September the 3rd. White Rhino Production presents Please.
You wanna see, I know you wanna be in my BPP, grinding slow.
And the Grammy-nominated Carl Thomas.
Love at the side. I know from the way she looked at me.
Live September the 3rd with special guest Hardstyle and Beat Streets Karaoke. Hosted by Josh Jones with music by DJ Chang at the Gene Leahy Mall Performance Pavilion. Saturday, September the 3rd. Labor Day weekend. Tickets are available online at eventbrite.com. For more information, call 531-772-0842. Doors open at 7 p.m. It's Jack Queese and Carl Thomas live September the 3rd.
Better in the club, all the polish showing up. Can you party with a thug?
95.7, The Boss.
Put that on me. Put that on me. Put that on me. Ain't gonna say a word, I know you with my little homie. Hey, put that on me. Put put that on me. Put that on me. I ain't gonna say a word. I know you with my little homie. How you city girls? You from the country? And you got a OnlyFans but no money. Where your money? How the you city girl? You from the country? And you got a OnlyFans but no money. Hey, listen. Bring your drop the pen. Bring your hold on. I say bring your then I drop the pen. You better bring your ass over and better. You better put that on me. You better put that on me. You better put on me. I ain't gonna say a word. I know you with my little homie. Hey, put that on me. Hey, you better put that on me. Hey, you better put that on me. I ain't gonna say a word. I know you, my little homie. Hey, oh, we like you want me. Oh, put them thongs down, scream, no baloney. Hey, let me beat it till the morning. Thuggin' and I'm horny. Hey, come here. Hey, you might have your purple. Let me do why you looking. Yeah, big dude. Chocolate, making like some cookies. Just stop that wolf. Booted me, we can't. Baby, if I'm making love to you, you lucky. Oh, we f***ing raw, then you my just no discussion. You my hey, when we walk on drive. So you done, drop the window, we vibing. We skate, hey, cut the light out while you riding. Cut that off, beat that, call the charge, domestic violence. Beat that, why you smiling? What you smiling? You can't say you with big dude.